I feel blessed to have the coaching staff I have. We're an older staff with expectations, and so you don't really 5-5. Even when last year and people thought we weren't going to be very good, it's not really anything that kind of comes into our heads ever. I've said since I got in the game 18 years ago, if your expectation is not to play for a state title, then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And I forget Gateway championships, district championships. So you want a chance to play for a state title. You never know what team you're going to play in the playoffs. We felt, Seminole, when we played them last year in the first round, they were the #1 team in Metro in our northern region. But we felt we were better than them. We felt we had more talent than them, and we were right there with a chance to win the game. And they, were able to get a late touchdown and beat us by 2. So that was a letdown because we truly felt watching their film, watching our film, we were better. This year, I can't imagine seeing a team, unless we're injured, coming on the field that we feel is better than us. So we'll have an expectation to put our best foot forward every game, and come out with a W will be our goal and our expectation. The pay. When you break it down, you get paid to teach. You don't get paid to coach. When you break it down, this goes for every gentleman, woman, female, any coach that's in this room right now coaching football. Football is a year-round sport. If you break it down, and obviously it'll vary for how much time people are putting in, we make about 10 cents an hour when you break it down. When you take your stipend in Duval County and you go through the summer and all those months that you're working free, it's about 10 cents an hour. And people don't look at it that way. They don't think of it that way. They think you should just do it. We do it because we love to do it. We like to compete. We like to be around the kids. We want to make them better. Football probably did something great for us. But the simple fact of the matter is our pay is ridiculously. It's why so many guys are running to Georgia. People want to feel important. When people want to feel appreciated, one way you show that is by giving them your time, giving them their enthusiasm, and by paying them what they're worth. And by no means is this me preaching about the pay, but that is a simple fact. Is coaches in high school don't make enough money for the time that they put in. It needs to be a percentage. There's other states doing it better that have less resources than we have the state of Florida. We need to look at a different way to do this. I remember 11 years ago there was actual talk of having every coach be volunteer. They weren't going to pay us. And come to find out, to pay every coach in Duval County was like $285,000 for the year. That's middle school, high school, anything else. It was like, guys, that's like less than 8 books. It just wasn't. That's a drop in the bucket. And I just think for the thing that coaching can bring to the school and to the environment and to these young men, it needs to be a percentage of your salary. It needs to be something. And even if that means that when you lose your job, you don't keep your teaching job, then so be it. But families are putting in a lot of time for a little payout. It's a problem. And it's not a problem to get coaches. There's always going to be kids that want to coach, but you can't keep coaches. They won't stay. They'll go get into insurance. They'll go get into other things. So you can't keep these great staffs and put a better product on the field because they can't support their families. If I was to ever leave, and I'm glad this is recorded so you can show, if I was ever to leave, it was because my wife deserves it. I love Mandarin High School. It's my dream school to be at in high school football. If I was to leave, it would be basically on the fact that my wife has put in a lot of time, a lot of years to have a lifestyle where she doesn't have to stress financially. That is the only reason I would leave Mandarin High School. You always hope it's the right mindset, that they're focused every week and that they're going to put their best foot forward. I don't think it is. I think that's what the camp starting Monday is going to have to bring to us. I think they're happy to be around each other. I think that's wonderful that they want to be around each other, but it also leads to a lot of talking, maybe not as locked in and as focused as they need to be. So I could answer that question better on Wednesday next week. And I told them the other day, they enjoy being around each other, which is always a goal. But they got to learn to know when it's time to lock in, when it's time to play and do those things. And so hopefully that this next 21 days or so before our first game, we'll get to that and develop that a little better.